Earth, the only home we have ever known. Home to everyone we have ever loved, and everyone we will ever know. Every person, every animal, and every plant that has ever existed has existed here. There is nowhere else we know that provides such an oasis for life, our own lives and all other living things, as part of an ecosystem that relies more than anything else on balance. It's a powerful thought to think of our home in those terms, but it is a thought born of truth. Another truth that cannot be denied is the damage being done to our planet through our continued use of fossil fuels. Carbon is essential for life on Earth. It exists in our oceans, our land, and in us as living things. And it's essential to keep our planet at a temperature where life can exist. But that balance we rely on so much is not a balance anymore. With such an increase in our use of fossil fuels on such a global scale, and the resulting CO2 levels so dangerously high, this finely balanced planet we call home is changing dramatically. Global warming can no longer be denied, and thermal runaway is now a very real threat, a spiral towards a conclusion that we cannot afford. Becoming carbon neutral may no longer be enough. Action needs to be taken, and it needs to be a priority like never before. Our deserts, their precious resources dried up. Our towns and cities threatened by the elements more than at any other time in human history. Our unique and beautiful coral reefs, home to countless types of marine life, barren, bleached, and on the verge of disappearing forever. Our crops and way of life under threat by extreme weather systems. These are all urgent problems, and they need an innovative solution. With the world on the brink of changes from which there will be no going back, it is time to drive change. Change in the way we think and the way in which we live our lives, each and every one of us. With this ethos firmly in mind, we are proud to introduce a revolutionary carbon-negative system that removes CO2 and other pollutants, and driven by nothing more than a transport system that cleans our air. Intriguing? Let's take a closer look. VACCAS, Vehicle-Assisted Carbon Capture Air Refresh System. At its heart is a transport network designed to be powered by built-in solar power, wind turbines, and other eco-friendly power sources, driving an air filtration system to power unique and groundbreaking transport in urban population centers. An innovative system in which ambient air enters a vast array of specialized filtration columns, up to 400 per kilometer, up to 8,000 for a 20-kilometer section of road, where the CO2 is removed and separated into storage tanks. These filter columns can be fitted out and used to remove pollutants, mixed and matched for an endless supply of clean, compressed air to power the very vehicles on our roads. By burying this CO2 in deep aquifers or locking it into rock, this unwanted CO2 is removed from the carbon cycle. VACCAS will deliver cheap, sustainable transport for everyone, while removing CO2 from the unbalanced carbon cycle, cleaning our atmosphere with auto refill stations for vehicles which are powered by the clean, compressed air harvested by the very transport system on which they travel. Simply pulling into an auto refill station and filling their tanks as needed. The lifeblood of this concept, the very air itself, will then go into the vehicle's air engine in a safe and automated process with nothing more than clean, fresh air being released back into the atmosphere, and a fuel supply that won't cost the Earth. That is just the start. These vehicles won't just run on specialized roads, they will run on any road. A hail ride that is sustainable, cheap, and quite literally saving the planet, filtering the very air we breathe, and redressing the balance that will mean we can all look forward to a cleaner, more sustainable future.